everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right. Boy, we're in a different location every time, I swear. But welcome to another episode, and again, of course, most of you are listening, so you don't really care that we're in a different location because it's just our voices. But anyway, welcome to another episode, and this episode is entitled "The Freedom Through Passive Income Lifestyle: Moving to moving to Florida. So FL.
This is a 4-part series.
Yes. We're going to do a 4-part series, and the series is the Freedom Through Passive Income Lifestyle.
Yes.
And so this is part uno.
Yep.
And this is the moving to Florida.
Yeah. So when I'm creating these topics, I love talking about things that are existing and relevant and just everyday stuff for us.
This is definitely existing and relevant.
I just think it's one of those things, especially since this is a 365-day series. I think one of the cool things is that people are just riding along with us this year.
Yeah.
Right? And so
whether they want to or not.
Yeah. We're trying to teach and have fun. We're also trying to share what life looks like at our stage and how we've gotten here and what the goods are and what the bads are and all that stuff. So I thought that this is it's been a whirlwind to get here to Florida. And I thought, wow, we couldn't have done this without being in the lifestyle that we have right now. So why don't we talk about it?
Yeah. It's still surreal.
It is.
I mean, taking the dogs to the kennel this morning so the dogs can go play all day. I'm just driving back, just going, wow, this is Florida. We're in Florida.
Yeah. And we keep on saying that, like all week we've been saying that. And then even last night, like we've got phases of unpacking. And finally the living area got to the point, because we had a goal, right?
Yeah.
We went out and bought a sound system and we said, we're going to cook at home and we're going to watch a movie at home.
That's right.
And it was the first time we did either. We've been going out every single night because we don't have dishes. We don't have food. It's just a chaos here. So it was really cool to actually, to take that step. And last night we were like, whoa, this place is actually starting to look like ours. Right.
Yep. And we're going to talk more about that on part dos.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's what we're going through.
Yeah.
But the moving to Florida, though, it was we had said we were going to move to Florida this year. So we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But we had initially planned on not moving into Florida until the end of September or October area, because the goal was to get out of Ohio before it starts to get cold and yucky.
Yeah.
And but we said if anything falls in our laps, then we're going to pull the trigger. But otherwise, we're not really going to do anything until beginning of September-ish area.
Right.
And I know we've said this before, especially, but I don't remember any of the podcasts that's happened in the last month because it's just been such a whirlwind. But anyway, it landed in our lap, and it checked all of the boxes of the wants or what needs. There was only a couple wants that it didn't check, but it checked so many boxes. We're just like, we got to do this.
Yes.
And we did. And it was. And we're going to talk more about this tomorrow in the buying the house. But the move was all of a sudden it was just like, oh, well we got to move now. This isn't we're going to do this in the fall.
Yeah.
We're going to do this next week.
Yeah, and we had kind of been planning to be packing in the evenings during the work week and be packing on the weekends. We had a list of, hey, we'll do this room on this weekend and this room on next. So that by September, October, we were ready.
We would be ready.
To move to Florida. And then you found the house, and all of a sudden it was like, whoa, okay, we're flying to Florida just to see the house because we just put it on our contract. It just went by so fast.
Yeah.
But I think that's herein lies the lesson, is that we would not have been able to do that and jump on a house that was absolutely perfect if we had not worked towards the lifestyle that we now have by creating everything that we have, including the businesses that are now, creating its own income, the apartments that are creating their own income. And you doing just preliminary work, thinking months down in the future. When it came up, we were able to jump on it.
Yep. Yeah. Because not worried about, while we're packing or while we're driving for 2 days with the dogs in the cars, driving from Ohio to Florida, I didn't think about work once.
Right.
I mean, and there might have been a second or two. But anyway, it wasn't. I wasn't stressed about it. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, we got to get down to Florida so that way I can get back to work and I can set up my office. And it wasn't because of that. Because we've set all this up and because of the passive income lifestyle, it gave us that freedom that we didn't have to worry about it.
Yep.
I mean, granted, we've been programmed to worry about work every day for the last dozen years or so, that it's hard to fight that.
Yeah, it's actually funny you said that, because I was waiting for you to finish your thought, because I was going to say, I remember on our trip you saying, I haven't really like jumped on my computer and did work like in a little bit, and it's like kind of like I want to.
Yeah.
I actually want to get my office set up so that I can actually look and see what's going on and jump back in. And I think part of that is, we're programmed to always be focused on it, but also there's a passion for what we do. We love what we do, and it's gotten us to where we are today, which just creates more excitement in continuing to do it, right? Continuing to stay on that path. So when you said it, I was like,
yeah.
Are you my husband?
Yeah, I know. Usually I'm like, please don't make me go back to my office.
But yeah, super exciting. So I think this story is a big one, because I don't think we would have known that we would have been where we are today back then. You never see the future, right? You actually always go, are we going to make it? Are we? And then you land there, and it's still surreal to us that we've even landed here, right? That we've landed in Florida, that we've landed at this point in our lives. Like, we're still kind of going, like, is this real? Like,
yeah, it's all still new.
Yeah.
It's all very surreal. Yeah.
I think from the time of hiring the CEO until now is still just kind of a blur of, is the company's really running without us? Do we have and own apartments that are creating this passive income? And it's just one of those things that you're still waking up every day going, what?
And all this has happened just within the last, 16 months?
Yeah.
And just a funny thought, because we talked about the drive from Ohio down to Florida. So we took 2 cars, and I don't know if anyone had a chance to see Danny's post before we left, but I drew the short straw, and I got Rosie in the Corvette for 2 days.
Yes, you did.
And by the time I got to Florida, it looked like a little white fur bomb exploded in the Corvette. There was what is it, schmutz or bupkis or whatever you want to call it, all over the car. She was not happy, and white fur everywhere. So if anyone knows of a good car detailer in the Orlando area, let me know. I'm gonna need one.
We just got into it. We went to the store and we decided to take the Corvette and got into it. And I sat in the passenger seat, which was Rosie's seat, and I was like, whoa. There's like a white fur bomb over here, and then he said, "Well, check this out." And the side of your door has just got bupkis all over.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
That was a fun 2 days.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I had the boys who were just sleeping in the back of the truck. Thanks for that.
You're just back there, la la
la la la la.
Well, I think that covers that one.
Yeah, it sure does.
Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you're heading on over to our website, freedomcapitalinvestments.com, and joining our investor club, and see all the other stuff that we're doing behind the scenes.
Yep.
We're also on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTubes, and TikTokers, and what's that? There's a Smart Snapchat? No, we're not on Snapchat.
Oh my gosh.
No, what? I was trying to think of the other one that we're on. We're on one more. I can't even
Instagram?
Thank you. Instagram. There's an S in there. Anyway, see, you can't take me anywhere. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we end all of our episodes with
Invest smart.
Live happy. Bye, everybody.